Okay, so AI, it's everywhere, right?
It really is.
It feels like you can't escape it.
Yeah.
And it's exciting.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's also kind of freaking everyone out a little bit.
Right. And rightfully so, I think. There's a lot of uncertainty there.
Yeah. Jobs, robots taking
The
over.
robot apocalypse, right.
Exactly. So how do we get past the hype to see what the genuine impact of AI will be?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out today.
Right. And we've got just the person to help us navigate this.
Yeah, we're diving into the world of Curt Robbins.
Who, by the
So
way,
your technical writer.
not just some, tech bro in Silicon Valley.
No, this is a serious guy.
He's worked with everyone. Silicon Valley giants, scrappy little startups.
You name it, he's done it.
He's seen it all.
And he's so into AI
Yes.
that he's launched a whole podcast dedicated to it. AI for the masses.
It's very meta, don't you think?
It is.
We're talking about an article about a podcast about AI.
Very meta.
It's like AI is already curating itself. But that's what's so fascinating.
Oh, it is.
So why go to all this trouble? Why a whole podcast dedicated to AI?
Well, it's interesting. I think it reflects what a lot of people are feeling right now about AI, sort of this,
This tension.
a dichotomy.
Okay.
So you have, on the one hand, you have people like Robbins who are building careers in this space.
Right.
Who are seeing the potential of AI firsthand.
And he's got some great stories, right? Like, remember that one about the program he wrote that used AI to write user manual?
Yeah, that was amazing. Saved his client a ton of time and money.
Talk about efficiency.
Right. But then on the other hand, you have this
fear.
the fear, this anxiety around AI, this very real anxiety around job displacement.
It's that, will a robot steal my job question.
Exactly.
And it's a valid concern.
It is.
It's like, I don't know, having like a super efficient assistant who also might accidentally
erase your entire hard drive.
Yes, exactly.
It's a double-edged sword.
So it sounds like Robbins launched this podcast to address this tension head on.
Yeah.
Not by dismissing the fears,
Right.
but just by giving people the information they need to figure out AI.
Can navigate this new landscape, yeah.
He started the podcast in October of 2024, which
Very recently.
tells you just how fast this technology is moving.
Exactly. It's not science fiction anymore.
This is really happening. It's here.
Yeah.
It's now. And what's interesting is that he opted for an audio-only format
Interesting choice.
in a world obsessed with visuals.
Right.
So why do you think he went that route?
Well, my guess is it's about accessibility.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Robbins specifically mentioned
Yeah.
the millions of people
Yeah.
who are blind or dyslexic.
Right, right.
Or just learn better through audio.
It's like he's saying, look,
Yeah.
information wants to be free,
Mm-hmm.
but it also wants to be accessible.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And in a world that's constantly demanding more of our attention. That's a big deal,
It's
right?
huge.
So we know why Robbins felt compelled to start this podcast.
Right.
But what about the content itself?
Okay.
What's he actually talking about in these episodes?
So from what I've gathered, it seems like he's really focused on practical insights.
Okay.
He's not-
Actionable stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Actionable stuff. He's not getting bogged down in a lot of theory.
Okay.
It's very much like, here's what you need to know, and here's how you can use this.
So it's like bite-sized AI knowledge.
Exactly.
Okay. And he's releasing episodes daily.
Daily, but they're short,
Okay.
which I appreciate.
So he's respecting your time.
He is. He's a busy guy. He knows people are busy.
Right. But is he dumbing things down?
That's the thing.
Because, the article mentioned that he's aiming for newbies and people who already have some AI experience.
Yes, he's aiming for a really broad audience.
So how do you strike that balance?
Right.
How do you make it accessible?
It's a tough one.
But also keep it interesting for people who already kind of know this stuff.
It's the art of good teaching, I think.
Yeah, totally.
He seems to be doing a good job, and I think one of the things that really helps that he seems to be focusing on are tangible applications.
Okay.
So he's not getting, like I said, he's not getting lost in these abstract theoretical debates.
Right.
It's very much, here are the tools that people are using today.
So what kind of tools are we talking about?
Things like...
Give us the rundown.
Yeah, things like AI-powered text generation, image creation,
Cool.
some really cool stuff for video editing, actually.
So imagine being able to write a blog post,
Mm-hmm.
create your own graphics,
Yes.
edit a video, all with the help of AI.
It's amazing. It's like having an entire production team at your fingertips.
And he's speaking from experience here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as a technical writer, Robbins has probably used these tools himself.
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just theoretical for him.
Right.
He's been using these tools, figuring out how to integrate them into his own workflow.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like he's saying, look,
Yeah.
forget the robot apocalypse for a minute.
Put that aside.
Let's talk about how you can actually use this stuff
In your everyday life,
to get stuff done.
to be more efficient. Exactly. And I think that's really empowering.
Yeah.
It's about empowering people with knowledge instead of overwhelming them with all this hype and fear.
I love that.
And that brings us, I think, to his big takeaway.
Yeah.
The thing that really stuck with me after reading this article and listening to his podcast is that he really seems to believe that AI has the potential to make businesses more efficient and, by extension, humans more productive.
That's a big claim. Is AI actually making us more productive?
It really is.
It really is. I mean, it's easy to imagine AI taking over all those tedious little tasks
Right.
and freeing us up for, the more creative stuff, the
Yeah.
stuff that we're actually good at.
Yeah, the stuff that we want to be doing, ideally.
Right. But is that how it's actually playing out?
That is the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Robbins, I think, does a really good job of not giving you a simple yes or no answer.
Okay.
Because it's not that simple.
Right.
He keeps coming back to this idea of AI as a tool,
Okay.
which I think is really helpful.
So it's not inherently good or bad.
Exactly.
It's just
how we use it.
It's how we use it.
Like any tool,
Yeah. You can use a hammer to build a house, or you can,
hit yourself in the foot.
exactly. It's all about understanding the potential,
Right.
but also how it can go wrong.
And I think that's where this podcast really shines. He's
Mhm.
encouraging people to move beyond just the hype and the fear and really engage with this stuff.
To actually think about it
Yeah.
critically. It's not just AI is going to take all our jobs.
Right.
Or AI is going to solve all our
But
problems.
much more nuanced than that.
Yeah. It's about understanding how this technology is actually changing the world around us.
Yes.
And then figuring out, well, where do we fit into all of this?
Exactly. How do we adapt? How do we thrive in this new reality?
It's a conversation we all need to be having.
And it's not just for the tech people.
Right.
It's not just for the engineers, the coders, the, Silicon Valley types.
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone, whether you're a CEO, a teacher, a stay-at-home parent.
If you're listening to this, this is relevant to you
This is going to affect you.
because AI is coming for all of us.
Yeah.
In one way or another.
One way or another, AI is going to show up in your life.
So what do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
How is AI changing your world?
Hit us up on social media. Let us know.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time.